Hey everybody, Shane here, daily-astrocat.com. Today's Sunday. It is the 8th of March and it's astrology time. Well, now that we got that established, it's going to be Scorpio all day long. It's later than you think. Daylight savings be damned. Great. All right. So, Mercury retrograde. Oh, what do we got to say about that? Look, it's not impossible, but boy, has it been challenging. I learned a bit yesterday from my interactions with technology and payment systems. Sounds really good, right? That counts for something, right? Even with a delayed result? Yeah, I guess so. We are going to be experiencing delayed results. We are going to have tech issues. We're learning how to use it better. But in doing so, it's going to take us a little bit of time, right? So, with that being said, Venus in Aries, combined with the Mercury retrograde, is proven to have a slightly dangerous feeling edge for me. I still don't have a work vehicle, and spoiler alert, that's been since January 19th, okay? And they're saying I might have it on Monday, so we'll see. I've been put off ever since the retrograde, you're going to have it this week. Nope, we don't have it. Oh, we took it out for a drive. Now we'll see. We'll see. So look, and now I've been using my own vehicle, but now it's starting to seem like the road conditions and stuff like that aren't worth the mileage reimbursement that I'm getting for it, because now road conditions are changing and getting their post-winter season share of frost heaves and potholes. Oh yeah, it's lovely, just lovely. Drive around here, you'd love it. Okay, and I see the results of all these things, the potholes, the systems, what I'm doing for 3D work, as well as what I do here. There's a lot more to come on Monday, and we're just building, right? Today we keep on building, revising, and striving, because that's really what we're building up to. We're working our way through this Mercury retrograde rather than being tossed around by it, but it's challenging. There's a lot of stuff that's just delayed, but it should be able to come to some kind of resolution come Monday. And today's keyword is caution. Just a caution for me for that Venus and Aries thing. Just kind of like transportation. That's Mercury, right? Issues with cars and traveling and potholes and things like that. Yes, that is Mercury retrograde. Is it short-term travel? So look, our color is wet asphalt. Now, I got to tell you, it doesn't sound it, but I love the magic that's all around us today. It's been around us lately. Intuition, it's off the charts. And quite honestly, you might as well just call it psychic at this point. I hope you've been experiencing the same thing. The last few days have followed the same pattern, and the results may, while they may seem mixed, like you're not quite getting where you need to be, but we're still getting there, right? We're still making progress, and it's better than you think. We're kind of at a peak vibration right now because of that psychic energy that's kind of like filtering in, and that's what's put that path from that dual path that we could take with 3D versus 5D versus creative versus side hustle versus everything. We just kind of like merged it all into one. That's very, very strong. We're just trying to keep that same vibrational elevation that's here, so that way we're able to project what it is that we want to communicate as clearly as Mercury retrograde will allow it to possibly be communicated. Now, Jupiter is beginning to throw off some very strong and clear signals, okay, because Jupiter is slowing down. Jupiter is going to go direct on Tuesday, right? When the planets slow down, they start to have more power, and that is going to throw off some very strong signals and clear signals regarding getting things unstuck and moving at home, because Jupiter in Cancer is that defensive, it's that home base, it's that security. This is what we want. This is what we need. So you're going to start feeling some kind of momentum there. Like you're going to make some progress, whatever your projects are at home that you've been considering. This break, this warmer weather that's starting to settle in, is going to cause us to be able to do that. But it's also, not only is it just weather related, it is Jupiter related. So Jupiter in Cancer is going to make this an ideal time to get that done and just to be able to start moving forward with it. Now, that's why Jupiter in Cancer, that's why it's home. Venus is conjunct Saturn, and now our Venus in Aries experience seems to have more potential consequence. And consequence is not necessarily a bad word in this instance. It's just a weighty word. It's a word that has some gravitas to it, that gives our efforts and our creative efforts that much more of a chance to be impactful. A word I really don't like using sometimes, but that seems to fit for this one, for this particular description, and meaningful. Okay, so look, there's going to be a grand water trine between the Sun, Jupiter, and Moon that kind of triggers some things and highlights some of the strengths of the Sun and Jupiter trine that we've passed through, but it's still very much in force, and it's actually going to get a little bit stronger with that Jupiter slowing down and then stationing direct. The Sun is conjunct Mercury. Still, that was conjunct Mercury on Thursday. And so that's still going to be an aspect that we're looking at too. Even though Mercury's going backwards and the Sun's going forward, they're still conjunct because of the orbs, right? The amount of degrees that the Sun, the power of the Sun can draw in, the distance, right? They don't have to be exact. It doesn't have to be a perfected conjunction. It still has almost 10 degrees of orb. That's what they call it when you think of it like a little force field around the Sun, right? It just, it may be at, say 12 degrees Pisces right now, but it goes all the way out 22 and back to 2. Okay, so a little astrological tip for you there, because that's what we like to do here. So look, now, the Moon in Scorpio strengthens our desire to be done with Jupiter's tasks around the house this week. Really, it gives it some kind of important meaning to it, right? And we're going to, and look, today, you're going to feel that time change. So we're going to, you're going to feel it acutely because it just kind of sneaks up on you. Even though they tell you to be ready for it, it doesn't work that way. And let romance heat up later on tonight and take your places early. Only because we got to get to bed early so we can adjust just a little bit. And because Monday is going to be a busy day. Powerful lunar trines are going to take us to a place on Monday that we're going to need all of the energy that we can muster. There's a lot of trine energy there with the Moon entering Sagittarius tomorrow. So, and that's why you listen, right? We don't want to know just what we've been through. We want to know what we can anticipate. So that's what we're anticipating. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate and love every single one of you. Now, in 2014, you're not going to believe this, okay? The Malaysia Airlines flight MH370 with 239 people on board loses contact and disappears. Now, that was 2014. That's 12 years ago. That doesn't even seem possible, but it is. Okay, an event because that was a huge event. Now, it is one of the most expensive search efforts in history and one of the most enduring aviation mysteries because it still has not been 100% recovered or anything like that as far as what happened. And our birth is Carl Ferdinand von Graefe. He was born in 1787. Died in 1840. He's a German surgeon who was active during the Napoleonic Wars, who created modern plastic surgery, mostly rhinoplasty for that matter. Took some previous techniques and things that had been used traditionally in India and in Italy from an Italian physician and turned it into modern plastic surgery in some respects. He also did some pioneering work on repairing cleft palates and some other things. People always have complicated histories, right? And that's all I have for you. So once again, appreciate and love every single one of you. Let's get our color is wet asphalt. And today's keyword is caution. That's my review for today. Thank you so much. Today is a 6. Happy astrocatting.